13 Laurel County elected officials asked the FBI and the DOJ to look into the death of Doug Harless. FBI Director Kash Patel came here to Manchester to meet with rural law enforcement officers, so we asked him about the case. I'm wondering if you received that letter and what it would take for the FBI to step in and determine whether Mr. Harless's civil rights were violated. As detectives spent hours here investigating this scene, the entrance to MLK Park was closed. We now know that's because surveillance video showed 2 shooters running from this scene off into that area. Now, just 12 hours after this shooting happened, our crew saw Lexington police officers serving a search warrant at a home on this block just down the road. The man who lives there, Jonte Mattingly, has now been arrested and is facing charges in connection to this shooting. This is a rank 4 road in a neighborhood near the Arboretum. After driving across the city all week long, this is one of the better rank 4 roads we've seen. So what makes this road different? And some people have kind of asked us who live on other rank 4 roads, why does this road look different than my road? And they think it's because it's the mayor's road. It's small and easy to miss, but I promise the next time you pump gas, you'll notice it. A sticker saying this pump has been inspected and approved for accuracy. But what does that mean and what does it look like? Well, every year, inspectors from the Kentucky Department of Agriculture check the quality and quantity of fuel at around 60,000 gas pumps across the Commonwealth. They also check them for skimmers, which are devices criminals use to steal your credit card information. If the lobbying firm on your payroll says they can't get accurate information, what's your message to community members in order to get them to trust that you will give them that accurate information? 17 people were killed here in Laurel County alone. And when you think about just how many lives each of those people touched, really every person you meet here is grieving. And not only are they grieving, but they're doing so while also trying to recover from their own injuries and working to pick up the pieces of their lives, at least whatever's left, after this deadly tornado ripped through this community just 1 week ago today.
I think it could have been prevented.
Just after 4 a.m. last Monday, fire crews were called to Oxford Circle Apartments for someone struggling to breathe. They found a high level of flammable gas, methane, and carbon monoxide at the complex and quickly evacuated it. 11 people were hospitalized and 1 person was killed in this gas leak. Samuel Lee's family tells us he had just moved into the Oxford Circle Apartments days before his death. Now they believe someone should be held responsible.
When we heard about this, it just really broke me down. It's just something that really shouldn't, I don't think it should have happened.
WKYT investigates and covered the cause of the leak through an open records request, malfunctioning mechanical equipment. The city of Lexington confirmed the building had an improper working boiler system. Photos of the boiler are seen in the fire department's inspection of the building just hours after the deadly leak. It says they were unable to confirm the last time the boiler had been inspected.
When I seen the pictures of that boiler, I'm like, it was so old and rusted and tore up.
Samuel Lee's brother, Mark Gross, first saw that boiler on our air. He says the family hasn't received any answers from the city or the building's owners.
We have not received nothing. What I received was watching Channel 27 News.
The fire department's inspection outlined several other code violations in addition to the boiler system. It says 16 of the building's 32 units had either missing or non-operational smoke detectors. Inspectors also found issues with the building's sprinkler system as well as several holes in the building's walls and ceilings.
It's just hard to believe that he actually still had tenants living in that type of condition.
The city of Lexington confirmed the building did not have CO detectors, which aren't required because it was built before 2011. 17 people lost their lives here in Laurel County and many others were hurt. One of them, a man we met today named Monroe Murphy. His trailer once sat where I'm now standing. That was before the tornado ripped it up and threw it dozens of yards away while he was still inside it.
I was hearing stuff hitting my trailer, and when I walked out on the porch, there was hail, quarter-size, half-dollar-size hail hitting my porch.
Monroe Murphy says things then got eerily still.
I knew something was coming.
So he went inside. That's when the wind started to pick up. So Monroe got down on the floor.
The next thing I know, the trailer's up in the air. It turned over and slammed down on the roof.
Monroe was left with a head injury, which later required staples and cuts all over his arms and back.
It was like a bomb just exploded And I ended up down there by that swimming pool, hanging on to a piece of wood, like I say, and it kept trying to take me. But I kept hanging on.
When the wind finally stopped, Monroe realized he was missing a shoe, a pant leg, and his glasses, and there was blood rushing down his face.
At that point in time right then, I looked over beside me and there was a Bible. And I mean within reaching distance where I was. A Bible in its case said, "The Lord has his angels watching over me."
And that was Psalm 91 there on that Bible's cover, reading, "He will give his angels charge over you to guard you in all your ways." Monroe says he took that as a direct sign that God was protecting him here Friday night. And he says though he lost everything in this tornado, he really does not want anyone to feel sorry for him. He really is just grateful that he still has his life. And since he got those staples in his head, Monroe has been right back out here helping his neighbors to pick up the pieces of their lives. That includes his next door neighbor, Samantha Johnson. She says her mother and her 6-year-old daughter, Phoenix, were here home alone Friday night. They were lying in bed together when that tornado tore their home to pieces.
It lifted us up and picked us, and we were in the air rolling. I could see everything flying around me until everything just stopped when we hit the tree.
And Diana says that they were wrapped in several blankets that night. She credits that to the reason that they are both here today. While Diana did fracture her back, somehow her little grandbaby walked away without even a scratch. Another one of those remarkable stories here. That vigil honoring Doug Harless is scheduled to happen here tonight at 7:30. They'll line Main Street, notably right across the street from London City Hall and the London Police Department. Now, Doug Harless's death has really changed the entire Laurel County community. And tonight, we're taking a look back at the death of Doug Harless to see how this case has developed 1 year later.
Just be advised, this is a
2 days before Christmas. It's 11:50 p.m. Nearly a dozen London police officers surround Doug Harless's home. Surveillance video from a neighbor captured what happened next. Kentucky State Police say one of those officers shot and killed Harless.
It breaks our heart every time we hear them gunshots. We have to watch that every day, knowing our brother was on the other side of that door.
That shooting happened here at Harless's home, 511 Vanzant Road. But according to dispatch audio we've obtained, London police were attempting to serve a warrant for 489 Vanzant Road.
This is London PD, 48 Vanzant Road, 489 Vanzant Road. Units on scene, attempt to serve search warrant. Call on the radio for assistance, shots fired. 489 Vanzant Road.
Our requests for a copy of the warrant have repeatedly been denied, but state police have filed their own warrants for evidence tying to their investigation. Those warrants reveal what London police were looking for that night: stolen lawn equipment.
Someone needs to be held accountable for busting in our brother's door in the middle of the night over a weed eater, quote unquote, and within a minute and 30 seconds shooting and killing him.
1 year later, many questions remain unanswered.
Nobody wants to get those answers to the people of London, Laurel County, the community, as well as the Harless family more than we do.
London Police Chief Bobby Day was at Harless's home that night. He says, like the community, he's also waiting for answers from KSP's ongoing investigation. In the meantime, Harless's family has filed a lawsuit against the city, the police department, and the officers involved.
This was a botched investigation, a violation of Mr. Harless's rights. They had no right to be on his property. They had no right to search his home. They certainly had no right to barge into his home and take his life.
Court documents show the lawn equipment officers were looking for was taken from a property belonging to Laurel County Judge Executive David Westerfield. He called Laurel County Dispatch the day after Harless's death for information about that theft case.
And the boy was shot and killed, right? That's my understanding. I'm not married. They've not told us anything about it, so. Yeah, I understand. No, they called me at 1 o'clock this morning and told me all about it. So I know all about that one.
In the year since Harless's death, the community has demanded answers and changes to ensure another innocent life isn't lost.